going on YouTube? Welcome to another video. Joining me here for a bench workout. We've got some decent lighting coming in. We've got the garage doors, so there's some natural lighting and it's going to get even cooler in some other shots. So I was happy to film with those conditions because, you know, photography and videography, lighting makes the game. That's how you get correct color. That's how you get nice exposure. So enough of the, you know, videography, photography, nerd stuff, but we're lifting, but let's make quality content. Let's make our videos look good, and let's make our lifting look good. So that's the unofficial 10th motto of the show. So, but yeah, working up here on bench, pretty standard. We are doing whatever we can to consistently, you know, make our warm-ups as applicable every workout. Try to do the same one so that I can get to the weight that I need to get to and work it out here. Today it's 285. Doing all these pause, so move well for triples, at least for me. And then here's that nice shot I liked, a little sunset. It'd be cool if we had a moonroof in this gym. That would be some studio lighting in there for sure. But yeah, just working up here, moving kind of slow though. There are these, you know, dips and valleys, and when it comes to lifting, I'll find I'll start to taper off, things don't feel good, reevaluate, or at least mentally things don't move as well as I am used to or want them to be. So yeah, this bench is also a little bit different. A little bit more slippery. Usually I have to put a band, you can see there on my head, so I don't slide around with the shirts that I wear. So yeah, and then yeah, 187 here, and it was not a good time. I think I tried to hit, no, I don't know. I think I tried to hit a heavy 198, and it's just, I'm not ready for it yet. I've done it before, but again, with the injury, I just not ready for those heavy overhead presses over 200 pounds. And honestly, I don't know if I'll get back there in a short amount of time, but long term I think yes. I don't know, it's just my pressing strength, with the exception of bench, has dwindled since the injury, and I think a lot of it is just structurally I can't recruit those same muscle fibers I was when I was doing when I had the bicep tendon intact. So it is what it is, give and take, but you know, gives me something to work towards, which I've mentioned. And it sucks if you've already been somewhere. It's not regression because weight's all relative. We're still getting a good workout and doing what we need to do. Things are going up in other spheres of training. So you really just have to determine, you know, play the long game or just drop it out together. But knowing me, I like doing that lift, so I'm going to keep doing it. So, you know, we're doing well on other stuff. We're repping the hundreds on the incline bench, flat too as well. And these are with the old school like metal plates, so they're a little bit more dense, not as like bulbous as the typical gym ones are. So with the density increased, a little bit harder to do, not as much weight distributed across the whole thing. So, but yeah, we're working pretty well. Things are moving consistently. You know, some days are easier than others, and a lot of changes and stuff going on in the background that I'm trying to figure out. So basically just trying to do whatever I need to do in order to have consistency, whether that's the same workouts, not the same in the sense that weight and reps, but the structure. You know, try not to shift too many movements around as we're trying to coordinate together. So I'm not doing 1,000 different shoulder exercises while trying to make that OHP get up to where it was. Just working, trying to figure out where we need to be. And man, I messed up the lighting the color so badly on this video. I did not calibrate, which I normally do. And so what you're seeing is the best quality. There's way too much green. Here I had it set way too cold, and the correction just didn't work out too well. So I'm taking an L on the video correction. Random dude with his pants down, taking some photos, which is pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, we still got the video. To some of you, it may look fine. To the rest of us that have like photographer and videography eyes, you can see all the errors in it. I did not set my white balance correctly, so that's what that is. And there's limits to what software like DaVinci Resolve can do. So I'm usually on top of making sure all that looks fine and nice and crispy, but here we are. So I'll take the L. Lifting still in the video, but yeah. Working, I guess I did a single of that. Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to think. 370. Okay, no. This is definitely my heavier day. Yeah, so this would have been Tuesday, because I usually do the heavier SSBs then. Yeah, with 395. So I think I was approaching the end of whatever program, the 4 weeks, and then trying to go from there. So depth a little bit shallow, which I might start doing honestly, because I don't know, the whole ATG thing, I just don't know if it's worth it anymore to put myself through that. And I want to add poundage to the bar and cut depth a little bit for the sake of being able to do that. I don't know. I want to break into that 400 consistently. Like I said, never going to be the greatest squatter in the world. It's just not the lift that I'm built for, but it's something I need to do and that everyone should do, some form of squat. And this is my method for doing it. So we're just pick something you want to progress on and get really freaking good at it. It's not that hard. Couple different angles here. Yeah, just anytime I tip forward, it's really... So technically this is the low bar setting, so it's pitching me forward. No, it's pitching me forward from a different point of contact. Because normally I can wedge myself pretty well in with the SSB setting where it's a little bit more upright and just pull better that way. So that's how I used to, squat before pull. I don't know why I said pull, but I'm watching and not processing everything. But anyway, yeah, I used to squat high bar and that was always my preferred method. But yeah, here, heavy deadlifts, 505. Lockout issues, and then this is, again, additional reasons why I started stripping the belt away. It was just getting in the way of me doing what I needed to do. So there is chalk between my butt cheeks, apparently. Oh no, that's a tear. That's a tear in the pants. So luckily I'm wearing underwear. I think I threw these shorts out, but yeah, I've got a crack in my crack, so whatever. But I don't know if it's gonna show. Yeah, it definitely does show. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna leave that in here. Nothing banned, but what it is what it is. So, heavy belt squat here. This is slightly before where I just decided to remove them from the program. I didn't like the range of motion and the stress I was getting. So I started doing the pendulum squat, which you'll see in videos after the fact. And I'm liking that more. With a lot less weight, I can get a much better workout. So it just takes some adaptation and stuff like that. So it's fine. But yeah, you can see how yellow and green the color is, and that's from me screwing up, like I said, the white balance. So, but you can still make out what's happening. I don't know, maybe some people like that style. Not for me. I like true to color with a little bit of artistic style that you add into like the shadows and the highlights, and it kind of changes things up or whatever. So, but no one cares. We're here for the lifting, or you're just bored and you're scrambling random stuff through YouTube and wondering who I am and what I'm doing. But yeah, most of my other videos are color corrected decently. So again, not a professional colorist, but good enough to the average person in the eye, making everyone here look like Simpsons characters with the yellow. So gonna keep an eye on that. And then I included a third set of the belt squat for some reason. I'm not sure why. I just kept filming, and man, I was cutting these high too. So I think this whole week was just not a good time. I think I had some like leg tightness or hamstring tightness or something where I was compensating. I probably should have left a note. I don't think I saw anything. And then some flies and bugs, because sometimes they'll leave the door open and lights attract bugs and wind and all the other creatures that live outside will wander in. But no, overall pretty clean gym though. So nothing too crazy. I don't think I've seen a bird yet, but maybe. Well, we'll see. Yeah, and then lying curls here. So again, pretty standard leg workout. I think you can see the garage door open in the back over there. But yeah, just a lot of the pump stuff after the fact, refining everything, reps to help add into all that strength work that was done, and destroy the lower body so it's forced to recover and kind of go from there. But that's the workout. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching the latest video. If you want to help support the channel, I actually own my own wet shaving and grooming e-commerce website where everything's handmade by me. It's www.apexsoaps.com, and you can get a 10% off code using wet shaver. We've got some cool scents here. We've got some Coca-Cola scents, a horchata scent, traditional barbershop, just some really cool stuff. And you can purchase samples or you can buy the whole set. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out via email. Be quick to respond. Thanks for watching.